Well, finally, some standards to make those dangerous hoverboards safer to ride before I go out and hurt myself.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't try one. It is essential that you know what to look for. Consumer reporter Steve Noviello explains.
They were the hottest toy of last holiday season, but they quickly moved to the naughty list when the rechargeable batteries on some hoverboards began to burst into flames. Now, Underwriters Laboratories has developed a new safety standard for the self-balancing scooters. Ken Boyce is the principal engineer manager for UL. Ken, why were the batteries such a problem to begin with?
Yeah, there really was a global crisis with some of these hoverboard products catching fire, and the real issue was the electrical circuitry wasn't really comprehensively designed for safety. So UL, my company, responded by developing these requirements for how hoverboards should be built and how they should be tested to prove out that safety.
So obviously consumers want to feel safe when buying a hoverboard. How does the new standard help them do that?
So UL has been doing research and testing of lithium-ion batteries for many years. We were able to leverage that deep expertise in knowing what the vulnerabilities for lithium-ion batteries are by imposing those requirements on a product, making it prove out that it's safe through all those test assessments. It's really important that products then can be eligible to bear the new UL holographic certification mark, and that really is a sign for global consumers that the products are safe.
We heard a lot about during this last year that it was really all about the heat. These batteries would get really hot. So is it the design of the battery that has now changed to make them not as hot or to be more efficient, or how does that actually translate for folks?
So actually lithium batteries are susceptible to what's called thermal runaway. So basically a battery takes chemical energy and converts it into electricity in a very ordered fashion, and if that chemistry gets out of control, it can go into this self-sustaining mode, and it could cause the battery to get really hot, to burst into flames or explode. And so really having that rigorous test evaluation of the battery systems, but also the entire electrical system, is really important to make sure that the charger and the battery and the electronics and the motors all work together the right way.
So when I see the UL seal as a consumer, does that mean that that phenomenon no longer happens in terms of that runaway?
That means we've done a very, very rigorous test assessment to show that the design has taken that into account and has adequate measures to minimize the risk of that happening. Absolutely.
Let's get a nice takeaway here for our viewers. What should folks be looking for when selecting a hoverboard? Obviously, they're going to want to look for that holographic seal from UL, I would imagine.
Absolutely. So that's really an important sign for consumers about safety. There also would be UL markings on the boxes associated with the UL certified products as a measure to indicate that the product has been evaluated.
All right, we certainly appreciate it. And again, one more tip, we've done stories in the past. You want to make sure that the UL seals that you're looking at are genuine. We have certainly seen them counterfeited on products sometimes. So we have a list of all UL approved hoverboards right now on our station website. And of course, when you visit me on social media, facebook.com/SaveMeSteve.
Valuable information so you don't get hurt. We don't want you to get hurt.
Just put a helmet on and maybe some pads all over your body.